that you still feel that it's like, how many nights in a row can you sell out the Wilbur Theater to feel like, hey, I think I'm onto something here. I feel like maybe I'm doing it.
Yeah, but because I don't know, I don't feel any different. That's basically it. There's some people that are the exact opposite. First time they get a laugh, they're like, dude, I'm like semi-famous. I'm crushing it. I'll be on a bus. There's that person who and those people, God help them when it goes bad, because they go just as far down the other way. That up and down thing. I don't do that. I just kind of look at it like, I fooled them again. There's always that thing as you're walking there, you're peeking out of the curtain. Did anybody show up? All right, we're having a show. Let's do it. So
I guess it depends on why you do it. Like, do you like doing stand-up or do you like being famous? And maybe there's kind of a mixture of there's a dash of something and a little bit of something else for everyone.
I love doing stand-up, and then the whole fame thing is I'm at a cool level. People don't bug me. But I also think, like, to be honest, like what fame was when I started in '92 and what it is now is completely different.
Right.
Back then, it was just like, I don't know. I don't know. There wasn't all these cell phone cameras and blogs and social media and just every thing you did. Like, I saw this poor bastard. He tried to be like, hey, man, going on tour. And he had a picture of him standing in front of like a private jet in a car and all that. And then he got on a commercial flight, and someone followed him on Instagram, took a picture.
That was Bow Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I wasn't trying to out the guy, but everybody knows.
It was a big story. I
know. But I felt bad for the guy.
Yeah.
It's just like, so much of it is like, is like that level of shit now that, like, you never got busted. Like, you didn't have to show that you were living that lifestyle. Everybody assumed you did. Now you got to have that lifestyle. If you don't, you got to fake the lifestyle, and then everybody's like, I don't know. Everybody's like telling on everybody. If I followed Bow Wow on Instagram and then I saw him tweet and then on Instagram or whatever, and then I saw him on the flight, I'd be like, oh man, I'd feel bad for the guy.
I mean,
I wouldn't want to try to, like.
Yes, I know, but I hear what you're saying.
Everybody wants their feet held to the fire until it's their feet.
Absolutely,
give me a fucking break. Whatever.
Absolutely, but I also
nobody
think,
ever exaggerated.
No, I know, but it's all, but also, I mean. It is if people recognize you, it is a bold move to suggest this is what I am doing. If you know that people might recognize you, I mean, I guess I always just think, make a joke out of it. Just take a picture of like the American Airlines and go getting on the private jet. You know what I mean? Like, then it's funny. And no one. I don't know.
Whenever I see that shit, I'm like, oh man, yeah.
But it is but it is, it's also our faults for posting shit every day and trying to let people in and trying to go, this is,
Absolutely. But I can still feel bad for somebody.
Yeah,
like
I did.
Like,
I felt
that's
bad
also
too.
like a dude who's like, he was like a child star and shit. Like, who was
yeah.
really sitting there thinking at the age he was putting out albums, like, how do I top my last album? Right. I always have to feel there's adults behind that.
Oh, 100%.
So he's still trying to figure out who the fuck he is and all this stuff. And everybody's like coming at him, probably saying, oh, you used to do this, now you're doing that. So now he feels that he has to do that. And then he gets shit on anyways. It's like no matter what you do.
No matter what you do.
That's the internet. No matter what you do.
The internet is the world's largest hole-poking machine.
Yeah, you're going to get shit on.
It doesn't matter what it is. You will always get... Whatever achievement you feel like you...
Yeah, but dude, what was up with that tie, though?
Exactly. What?
But that tie, though... Then they'll fucking take your head and stick it on something else. And it's always like, and you know who does it? Those people who have that little egg for a picture and like 2 followers. It's like, you fucking pussy. You just started this account to do this. I've had fantasies of finding the fucking people. Like I've literally on like some of the shit that people say. And, it's what's funny. Like sometimes when you're listening to, people, it's so hard for women to do that, or it's so hard for this. But it's like, dude, everybody's getting. If you're on the internet, you're sitting on a Dunkin'
Everyone
stool.
getting shit, but also, your comedy voice. There's almost like this Newtonian equal and opposite reaction because
I don't know what that means.
You have okay.
Is that neutrons?
No.
You going molecular here?
No, I mean in a way, it's just basic physics. So like,
there's a little shade there. It's just basic physics, but
it's the equal and opposite reaction to like you're creating momentum because your comedy voice is aggressive at times. You are making strong statements about things. It's like you are taking a stand about stuff.
Express my ideas loudly.
Yes. And so people feel like, oh, it's okay to come back at him like that, or maybe that's how he communicates, or maybe.
Are you going to make excuses for everyone on the internet through this? I mean, are they ever held accountable? Is it always like, well, that's his fault for getting on a stage?
I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying, understand, because a lot of times I feel like, and seriously,
I think I got to be honest with you. I think everybody, right down to companies, should be aggressive. You should be aggressive with these people on the internet. You should go right back at them. You poke them back even harder. You find out where they live. You just give them. You got it because it's the bully mentality. You go right back at them, or you kill them with silence. You just figure out a strategy, but you got to have like a strategy. But these people who are like, when people don't do shit and then they have to apologize for something that, somebody else misunderstood, then the second you apologize, you're fucked. Unless you really did it, unless you really fucked up. Because I fucked up. I mean, I'm not saying I would ever apologize. If I fucked up, I would say,
everyone.
I fucked up. But those people that are just like, oh, sorry, that was just... I was stuck in traffic, and then once you do that, it's just blood in the water. And they just rip you apart. So you might as well go down swinging. I don't know how we got on this subject.
No, it's a great. I don't know how I ever get on any subjects. We just yammer. But I do feel like there's I like to wield the human sword sometimes, where I just go, oh hey, yeah, that really hurt my feelings, or like I was just having a weird day, or are you okay? Because that seems like an aggressive.
At that like really hurt my feelings. You can actually fuck people up by doing that. That you don't get mad.
No,
somebody was telling me they said that. It was like, oh, so what exactly about the special didn't you like?
Yeah.
And then they're all like, oh, shit. Then you become like a person to them.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is that, when you are presented in largely two-dimensional form to people, that third dimension, the dimension that humanity exists in, is literally not there. So they do not see you as a person. And so they feel like, oh, hey, like I can rile this guy.
I don't give a shit whether they see me as a person or not. I just don't like people taking free shots. Like I always feel like I got to get, I'm supposed to just sit there and take that?
No.
My wife will be like, just ignore it. Just plow ahead. But who gives a shit?
Boop boop.